welcome back, and we are back in a very short notice. And thank you so much for such a wonderful response. I think none of the photographers have left the session because in a very short notice, I told that we are going to do the review for WFPC 62 as well. So thank you so much, friends, and I hope that you have loved this. I got a message from Subhashini asking that the entire slideshow for the finals. What I'm going to do from next time is that I'm going to put up the name and the serial numbers in a very bold letter separately for the last winning category. I think that will be easier for each one of you. We'll do that one, and also we'll try to keep that in a one frame. That's a very good suggestion. We'll do that for sure. And any other suggestions, definitely we can do that one. But now I hope these things are going in a very good manner. And thank you so much for everyone to appreciate this, because unless I get a good vibe from you all, taking this forward would have been a bit demotivating. But I'm so happy that you all have loved it, and I'm sure this is going to be a very good session. So the point is, again, we are not into that level that we will ask you for online support for the winning category. It's all about learning, because the more you share the video, it's like you are more sharing the knowledge and the sharing. Because I'm sure that people, those who are even not participating for WFPC, for whatsoever reason may it be, even this video is going to add a lot of knowledge and perspective to them in their photography as well. Let's share that. Let's share that. Okay. So now for WFPC 62, our theme was keys, chabi. Okay. Now I'll tell you something before I start the review, is that whenever we give a subject which is very common, something which is very much easily understood and readily available for photography right in front of your ears, you're using it day in, day out, that becomes more challenging. For me, that subject is more difficult rather than if I would have given you a subject which is not so much readily available. For example, if I give you horse, you don't find it every day, you don't see it every day. But if I give you auto, I give you something like taxi, I give you pedestrians, you find every day in all across cities. The challenge of a regular subject is that you have to be out of the box. You have to create some magic of something which everyone is seeing all across the day at any point of time, and irrespective of the class. Like, why I'm telling the class, because there are few things where only maybe a certain category of this society are privileged with, or a certain category of the society are extremely privileged not to go to that particular subject. That's how we are dealing with. That's how the society is built. I'll give you an even more simpler example. I don't know how many of you have faced it, but I'm sure this is a very common story for most of us. Most of us means most of our photographers. When we go to any event, irrespective you are doing it as a freelancer photographer or you are doing it out of sheer passion कि भाई दोस्त का शादी है, चलो फोटोग्राफ लेके उसको एल्बम बना के देते हैं, या फिर maybe my niece birthday, let me go and take my DSLR camera, take some photographs. I love my niece a lot. It happens quite often. But my dear friends, I don't know about most of you, but I keep facing this most of the times, that whenever I am there with my professional camera, irrespective I'm charging them or I am not, there is someone or the other who will come in front of you taking some random photographs of the exact same thing that you are trying to take it. Maybe in front of you he's also objecting you, taking it from the mobile phone, and he's going to tell you, ये देखो मेरा फोटो अच्छा है ना, कैमरा अच्छा है, आपका मोबाइल कौन सा है, आपका कैमरा कौन सा है. It's a very common thing. I think everyone faces this one. But still, think 1 minute. If that person, with all due respect to his attempt to take photograph, definitely he loves them as well. But if their photograph is really so good, then why are we still hiring a professional photographer? Is it for the megapixels? Oh no, not at all. Look at the mobile megapixels these days. It's not megapixels. Then is it like they have a lot of money to spend? Oh no, not at all. They are very miser when they are dealing with a photographer. Then why are they spending on photographers? It is because of our eyes. You know, my dear friend, something which a mob of around 250 to 1000 peoples are watching, a photographer's eye is something that makes the same vision matter a lot when it becomes a memory. That's the challenge of a photographer is. That's where you have to create the magic with. That's where you have to tame your device, irrespective it's a mobile phone, it's a DSLR, it's a point and shoot, it's a film roll camera, it's a mirrorless, or whatsoever brand you have. The point is you have to tame your device. You have to know how to create magic and take out photographs of the very similar known subjects seen by everyone, but to create something which all the others could not. And that's the challenge of subjects like this. When I'm giving you key, when I'm giving you something like bottle, something which is very readily available to each one of you, you have to understand how can I be out of the box, number one. Second, if I'm doing a photography, if I have the power to have a control on the lights, how can I influence and how can I take charge of changing those lighting arrangements? Third is that if I have the opportunity, then how to create a story behind that subject. Now keys, it's not moving subject, you can do a lot of magic with it. Okay. Yeah, so now let me just go through the chat box. I find a lot of interesting things happening out here. So there's okay, hello, hi, good learning. Yes, definitely. Out of the box is the key. That's the right thing. So you have to think out of the box. So common subjects, you have to give more thinking. You have to be out of the box. So let's not waste much more time. Let's move on to the review of few of the photographs which had a bit, not much, a bit of negative marking because maybe that's not very much in the pathway or the way we have set the goals, we have thought it to be. So let's go to that one and take the review. But once again, before we start, please understand the review is just for the learning process. We are not mentioning the names out here, and we do not intend that whomsoever photo it is, please do not feel offended. It's not to offend anyone. It's not to offend the photographer at all. That's not our intention. So in case if any of my words have hurt you, please forgive me, because once again, critics are very subjective, but I understand how emotional a photographer is for their photographs. So my intention is not to say it's bad. My intention is just to make you understand that maybe one more step ahead, this could have been a better version of its own. Okay, so let's move on to the review. Okay, the first one, it's a very well taken photograph, but there are few things that has changed the entire pro forma of it. One thing is that if a key is inside a keyhole, the keyhole also makes a very important aspect in the photograph. Don't put it at the edge. Why it is so much at the edge that there is no breathing space to understand it's a keyhole. Second thing is that when you are taking a photograph with such a close shot, the tilt of the image is very evident. Okay. Third part, was that so much required to make it a monochrome? Now what happened when you transform this to a monochrome is that if you see the histogram, or forget about histogram, if you see the contrast of the frame, first thing is that there is a shadow which is coming from the bottom and it is shading away as a gradient. The grains are not at all disturbing me. The grains are good out here. There is no problem with the grains. But if you see at a microsecond, it is difficult for you to identify the key as the main subject. Rather, this part of a cupboard or a door, whatsoever the subject is, which is of a lighter tone than the black shadow which is from the bottom, that's creating as a division in the frame. Okay, it's divided into two parts. My eyes are going on that part, even though it's very small, but it's so evident, so distinct. If you see a rigid black line has been formed, which is differentiating it from the entire frame. After that comes is the key. So I don't know why when I'm seeing it in a glance. I'm seeing the white patch, then the key, and maybe if it would have been a color image, the color of the key I expect as per the grayscale is usually a silver or a grayish tone. The background would have been something in the brownish tone, and this part which is actually white right now would have been in the something a peach color tone. It is my interpretation. That would have been a much better image. Always a grayscale is not suitable. Please understand, grayscales are good at times. Portraits are also good at times, but still, here color would have differentiated your subject from the background. Okay. Now again, this one, same thing. The color is out there, but once again, my visuals are getting more attracted to the colorful part of the image or the frame rather than the keys. My subject is keys. Why out here I am distracted? Distractions are not good. Don't distract. Same image, think differently. Take a shot where the keys can be adjusted bit horizontally. Focus on the brand of the key, Godrej. Keep all these things behind. It is adding as more story. It's hooked to a keyring. But here, if you see once again, you just close your eyes, open it, and your eyes will be on the lady, then the wonderful floral design. Maybe after that, your vision can come down to Godrej, or you go to the tabla. But it's not the keys which is so evidently visible in the frame. Definitely you have to find out, as I told you, it cannot be a very simple image that anyone can click. When I'm giving you a subject which is very simple, you have to think a bit out of the box with the regular or the simple subject. Okay, once again, out here, if you see, there's a clutter out here. Now remember this word clutter very well. I'm going to come back to this word very soon. When you're giving it as a clutter, finding out your main subject is again a challenge. So I will always suggest that if your subject is key, at least one key should have been easily visible so that it will come out or get distinguished from the entire frame. Okay, one more image. Reds, as I told you, reds distract a lot. So here again, my entire vision is getting stuck to that house, which is so beautiful. Overall things are too good, but again, this is not exactly a key holder as well, I suppose. So the keys are actually dumped out there, or it has been forcefully kept out there. That's a feeling that is coming. But still, it's taking time for the viewer to connect to the dot and understand that the subject is key. Otherwise, it's more a theme of Christmas, and if the theme would have been Christmas decoration, maybe this would have added a story that people are out of their house with the keys kept out there. That would have made a story. But when I'm looking out for a subject of keys, then this is taking a step behind. Okay, once again, the key is my subject. Where is the key? I'm just seeing a part of it. Even the ring is not full. More and more it is giving me the idea of a rusted bike which is about to get started. So again, you have to understand the subject is key. Okay, anything that opens with a key is not the subject. The subject is key. Okay, now it's time that we are going to show you few of the images which has made their presence as the winning categories, and I'll be telling you the serial orders one by one, and you can select 3 best from them and you can comment out here. Let's see who takes the lead. Okay, let's start with the winning section. Okay, so Arvind Ahir from Mumbai. See, once again it's a grayscale. Once again, as I told you in the first image, that he has kept the keyhole very prominently visible. He has added a human element. That's the best part. But the focus is on the key. Now, look at the way he has added information in the frame. This would have been a normal plywood cupboard also, I would have not mind. But now, he has added story to it. He has added that this is my cabinet for camera. This is where I keep my camera. This is where I keep my lenses. This is how things are organized. And this is how I lock it so that no one touches it. So that adds an entire story, that adds the love, the passion towards the hobby that he has taken up. So much into this one, but the focus is again the key. So it also adds the story of the key to happiness, right? Once again, Arvind Dahir has created a story. Here, even though it's a bit shaken, if you see it on in large scale, there is a small shake in the image, but still I have kept it in the winning category because, see, there is a story that he has added. He has kept the keyring in such a way that the keys are visible, and look at the way how he has adjusted both the keys so that it creates a pattern. Both the keys has two different colors, which is also coming up very easy, very beautifully. So here again, even though you have a pink keyring, it is been kept in such an angle that it is not taking too much of your attraction, or it's not distracting you at all. It is the moment you are seeing the keyring. Okay, so that's Arvind Dahir, serial number 2. This is serial number 1. Both Arvind Dahir from Mumbai. Let's move on, and we have Abhishek Thakur once again from Kolkata. Let's come back to again the image of Honda rusted bike, and look at this. This is the story that gives. This is exactly where he has kept the focus on. He has kept the focus on the key. The key is there inside the keyhole. You can see the brand. Okay, you can see the entire setup. You can understand it's a vintage car. You can understand that it has been maintained properly, so that but the car is still not in the ignition mode. So much of information is given out here. So much of information. Okay, so this is a really good frame. This is a really good frame. This is again a bit shaken image. This is from Kallola Swain from Mumbai. But again, if you see the key has been kept in more focus. So I have kept this in the winning category as well. This is serial number 4. Now clutter. I was talking about clutter just before some time. Out here you are seeing clutter once again. But look at the pattern created by the clutter. Okay, there is keys one after the other creating one pattern, same pattern on top, same pattern once again on top, and it is creating a triangular formation. So you are forming a geometric shape with the clutter of keys, but none of the keys are something that it is not fully visible. There's many keys. So this, the moment you see it, you can understand that yes, this is the main subject. So there was clutter out there as well, but that was not so clean and neat. This one is neat. Subhashini from Mumbai once again. This is again a key holder, but you see, even though the key holder, the keys and all are in the frame, we can understand that the subject is the key, because both the hands are carrying keys of two different elements. So that is the final winning category. I will quickly scroll from the beginning. Serial number 1, that's Arvind Ahir from Mumbai. Serial number 2, that's Arvind Ahir once again from Mumbai. Serial number 3, Abhishek Thakur from Kolkata. Serial number 4, Kallola Swain from Mumbai. Serial number 5, Kallola Swain from Mumbai. And the final, serial number 6, Subhashini Ghosh from Mumbai. So I think that's all we have for the online review of WFPC 62, and I'm sure that you all have loved it. I please, if you have any questions right now regarding this particular session or this particular photographs, please feel free to ask me across the chat box. I'm always happy to receive questions from you all, because that opens up the gateway of my thought process as well. Yes, so VIBGYOR is the key to learn VIBGYOR is key definitely, but you need to use the key. The point is that there are n number of keys in your wardrobe in your house as well. Unless you open the wardrobe, you cannot access. So you have to access it. We are trying to give like a Pandora's box for all of you. The point is you have to access it. You have to use the key. Okay. Yes, that was informative. Yes, that's what the motive is. That the information is shared all across. Okay, so I hope that's a very good session for each one of you, and I hope, as I said from the beginning as well, that none of my words have actually hurt anyone. So I will look forward for your voting at the comment section out here in this video. Only the serial numbers, you have to just mention 3 serial numbers. Definitely you can add on your own reviews, you can add on your own critics, you can add on your questions as well. We will definitely review it, and we will be opening up this voting session till 17th. Today is 7th, so we are giving 10 days. So on 17th we are going to take whatever votes we are going to get. There's only 20% weightage to it, and after that we are going to reveal the results. In the meantime, anyone who wishes to participate in this contest, you know what to do. There is a link given out here in the description of the video. You can click on the link, you can find out the details, and you can see there is the website given, and you can check out the workshop column of this website, where we have the details of how you can join the WhatsApp V1 group and you can participate in WFPC contest, which is absolutely free of cost. There's no charge for this. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, and I think that's the time I should say good night to each one of you, and I will look forward that you must think out of the box and keep clicking. Okay, I see you soon, and yes, there are a few wonderful sessions happening. Before I end up, today is 7th, very soon going to be 8th, Saturday. Exactly a week later, 15th of February, we have a wonderful macro session which will be held at Thane under the guardianship of our mentor Yuvraj Gurjar. So anyone who wants to join that, you know where to come for. Okay, thank you so much guys, and I hope you good health so that you keep on doing your photography with all your energy. Okay, thank you so much, and keep up the good work. Good night.